Oh!
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another review show. Me and JoJo, again, we're here with WandaVision. I know a lot of people actually been wanting to hear my thoughts and views on this because I did trash it so hardcore on the podcast without seeing it. And then I told some people I was going to be watching it for content, so they were super excited to hear what I actually thought about it since they went and watched it. So before we jump into that, before we jump into me, I definitely want to hear JoJo's thought points on WandaVision. So going into WandaVision, what did you expect? And then after watching WandaVision. So I do want to point out the difference between this and Falcon is that this is going to be, once again, spoiler alerts, this is going to be a talk about the entire season because WandaVision is done. We're done with that. The whole season's ended. We didn't jump on that train when it came out episode to episode because that wasn't an idea that I had at the time, and I also was not planning on watching WandaVision. But I love making content for you guys, so I'm fucking here. Anyways, so the entire season, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen WandaVision, Disney Plus, go check it out. Then come back here. If you don't care about getting spoiled, we're still here talking. So, JoJo, like I said, thoughts leading into WandaVision, what did you expect? And then now that the season is done and you've seen it from start to finish, did it meet your expectations? Did it let you down? Did it go over?
I loosely knew what it would be. You know, a House of M kind of thing is what I was expecting. The television episode stuff, right? Like
that's fair.
I knew it would be formatted kind of the way it was, and also I had a feeling it would eventually become Marvel stuff near the end. Like, I do
like the reference to House of M. Some people might not get that. If you don't know what House of M is, look it up. But yeah, I like that reference. That's definitely a good way to hit that on the head.
So you know, I had feelings about that, and I was excited because I very much like those two, Scarlet Witch and Vision from the comics. You know, that version of the Avengers, the first group. I guess it's the second group of them, where it's Captain America, it's Vision, it's Quicksilver, it's Scarlet Witch, and I mean Vision comes later. Whatever. I like those characters a lot, so I was excited, and I, you know, for the most part, really liked the show. I mean, there is issues near the end with me for sure, and that the bad guy, from Sword is kind of a mess of a character. I don't get a lot about him. Kind of
probably one of my main complaints of the show, honestly, is him.
Yeah, that's such a weird thing. We'll get, but like overall, yes, I, you know, aside from a little at the end there, like I liked it a lot.
That's fair. I watched trailers. Was not impressed with trailers. Was completely planning on not watching WandaVision whatsoever. Sat down, watched it. The first 3 episodes were a fucking snooze fest. Oh my god. I almost fell asleep during like episode 2. Like those first couple episodes were rough. I think they started too slow. Like once I got further into the season, it made me appreciate the first couple episodes a lot more. Yeah, but from the get-go, man, dude, that shit was rough. That was rough waters.
I was buckled in for sort of what that was going to be, and I like a thing where it's like, oh, something's going on here, and it's a little off, and it's, you know, that mystery kind of thing I really enjoy. So like, I was there for those. I really liked those episodes when they're happening.
I do too, but I don't think that we got that at all in the first episode. Second episode, yes, but I don't think we got that at all in the first episode. Like the first episode was really rough waters.
Like, you know, something is weird because it's a sitcom, sorta.
Because it's a sitcom, it's black and white. Vision's alive. Like we knew that something was weird because of that, but that's it. But at the same time, we didn't understand if this was some kind of alternate universe and Vision was alive or what was going. We literally had zero idea of what WandaVision was actually going to be, I guess.
The other thing I would say for it is I watched a lot of TV Land growing up for some reason. So like I was sort of impressed by how directly they were pulling off kind of especially the second episode where it's just like a pretty good episode of Bewitched, except Scarlet Witch and Vision are in it.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciated what they were doing, I guess.
That's
but also, fair. I understand it being very slow. And
That's fair. Yeah, and I mean, they did a good job with like slapping us in the face with the title. I mean, literally slapping us in the face with the title. They picked a good title for the show for sure. Different ways to play off on that one. So once I got past episode 3, it started to pick up a little bit for me. I agree with you. I feel the end of the show was a mess. Agatha, whatever you want to call her, that was so just. I mean, fucking drop of a dime. Drop of a fucking dime.
I love her revealing that she's.
No, that was. I get that. Like, it gave the show that one element that it needed, which was a way for this to end, because obviously Wanda was not going to end it herself. Yes. That was not going to happen. The main guy from Sword, yeah, I completely agree with you. His character was a fucking mess from start to finish. First, he's like this super cool guy who's like, oh, she doesn't have her fucking past. She's been gone for 5 years. I'll fucking bring her in. And, oh, we'll let Wanda see her husband. And don't worry about the fact that she just broke God knows how much money and glass and shit. Just jump down here. Back off. Let her fucking be with her husband. Da-da-da-da-da. Let her touch him. We don't know if she's going to steal something. Da-da-da-da-da. Like, super, like, really relaxed guy. And then he was just a fucking dickhead. So, it's just, like, I mean, just, that was a weird one. Yeah. His character was super fucking weird. I didn't get his character at all. But I do feel like... So, this is where it's like the double-edged sword for me. When she knows that she is physically hurting actual people.
Yes. And
she goes to let them out. So I guess before I get to that, let's put it this way. Quick rundown for those of you who want to watch this but haven't watched WandaVision. WandaVision is basically about Wanda having a mental fucking breakdown and trying to deal with the fact that everybody in her life is dead at this point, including Vision, who she super fell in love with. So she creates this whole section, or not even section, a whole town for herself that she engulfs in what one of the characters later, who, let's fucking bring back a random character from a different fucking movie, the chick from Thor.
That was hilarious. That was such a weird thing.
Who called it the Hex. So we have this gigantic red dome, and everything inside of it is whatever Wanda wants it to be, including the people. The people bend to her will, which was actually one of the coolest things to me, is when Vision starts to, like, he knows that, like, she's not controlling him because she wants Vision to be Vision. It's not going to be good enough if Vision is her Vision. She wants Vision to be Vision. So whenever he starts, like, being that, you know, got that black sheep, if you will, and starts going to the outer skirts and seeing, like, Wanda's not here. So these people are still under control, but they don't have a job because she's not here. Yeah. And then they even hit it harder when the kids were wanting to go trick-or-treating, and she was all like, well, don't go past da-da-da-da-da street. And they're like, yeah, we know, da-da-da-da-da. It's because she's not there. That's outside her range. So they're just like that one chick where she was crying and she just kept putting the Halloween decoration up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, that was really, really cool scene. So she controls everything about this aspect. And as you can kind of see in some of the trailers, it starts with, you know, kind of like, I think they said as back as like, what, 1950s, 1960s, and then moving its way up. So it's like almost every episode is like, Lucy, Dick Van Dyke. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. 100%. So they definitely start there, and it's almost like every episode it like jumps up a decade as far as like what was kind of popular TV wise at that point. Like they even get to that one episode where she watches Malcolm in the Middle in the fucking thing where she's sitting there with Vision, and one of the episodes directly was direct. Like I watched the fuck out of Malcolm in the Middle when I was growing up, and so I was like, oh my god, this is fucking Malcolm in the Middle. It's exactly what this is. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, so basically Wanda has this entire life she's made for herself with Vision, including even having kids, so on and so forth. And it's a quick series, 9 episodes. Each episode's roughly around like 40 to 48 minutes long.
I mean, the first couple are like 22 without credits.
Yeah, they're pretty quick. So yeah, I will say if you enjoy Marvel content, go watch it. If you're not that big into superheroes and want to know if it's something to watch, I think it's interesting. I think it's going to take longer for you to catch on and actually be invested in it to stick through the entire thing without being like an actual superhero fan. I still think it's an interesting show outside of being a superhero show. But once again, these are characters who aren't considered like top tier in the MCU. Outside the MCU, I'd say fucking Vision's pretty goddamn top tier. But in the MCU, these aren't considered top tier characters. So you're not going to see like your Iron Man and fucking Thor and shit like that. Although we did get the cool Quicksilver, which I thought that was a really fucking funny thing for the chick from Thor to be like, she recasted her own brother. That was pretty cool. I like that call. And it was in my way of like Disney kind of like fucking giving another middle finger to Fox, being like, go fuck yourself. It's our Quicksilver now.
I watched it week to week, and so people read like people having theories about what was going on, and like what did you think was happening with that Quicksilver? Like, did you think there was like did you think it was the X-Men Quicksilver had changed dimensions, or that it was a fake thing?
I will say whenever I first saw him, I just thought it was Disney's way of saying, like, if we're going to move forward, we're going to use this Quicksilver because he was so much more well-received and we own him now versus the other one. So that's what I personally thought was going on there, that if they were going to do anything movie-wise or future show-wise, now was the time to set that up. And something that is completely experimental. And if it fails, they don't really give a shit because it's not a gigantic movie that they're losing a fuck ton of money off of.
Yeah, because there were people on the internet who were mad at the end of that
really?
Show. Where
Because he was fake?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's like, also, what you realize about that is the timeline of those X-Men movies is so fucking weird that, like, that Quicksilver was born in the 50s.
Right.
Like, that Quicksilver would be like 70 years old now, and
exactly.
I don't know.
All their timelines are fucked up. I mean, obviously that's not going to be chronological at all. With if they do go to bring him over, I mean, they could literally just bring him over and just be like, "Yeah, this is Quicksilver. Fucking move forward. This guy's Quicksilver." Like they could easily do that because once again, we're never going to see. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say we're never going to see, but. Probably not in my lifetime. I'm going to see fucking the X-Men and the Avengers on the same fucking screen. I doubt it. I really doubt it. Maybe if like they do some old school comic shit where it's like when Wolverine was a fucking Avenger for a little while or something like that, and their next fucking series and shit like that, maybe. But I'm never going to see like them two on the same screen in like a big ass movie where it's actually going to be a big deal to be like, they're fucking using the wrong Quicksilver. Like, first off,
in that sense, sure.
Quicksilver was never big enough as a character for anybody to really give too much of a shit about in the comics to begin with. Like, he's right up there with, like, Multiple Man and shit like that for me of characters I could not give a shit about.
He's an essential member of the Avengers, and from the Brotherhood, he's everywhere. He's married to an Inhuman at one point. He's
not that character. He's not that important as character. So, like I said, him, Multiple Man, Wonder Man, you can put them all in a fucking boat and sell them down a fucking river of I don't give a shit and crash on a fucking waterfall of who the fuck cares. Like,
how do you know about Wonder Man? Vision is Wonder Man. You know, in the comics.
But Vision is different, dude. Vision's a beast. I like Vision. Okay. Vision's great, dude.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Vision a lot more, but yes.
Vision is the reason why Ultron is Ultron, dude. And Ultron's my favorite fucking bad guy. So I have to give love to Vision. So gotta give love to Vision. But so that's the kind of the quick breakdown. So back to what I was saying. So Vision gets to a point where he tells Wanda that she's hurting these people. She then ends up seeing it because the fucking Wicked Witch of the West just shows up out of nowhere and basically shows her that she's fucking hurting these people, not for the intention of doing good, but for the intention of stealing Wanda's powers. Because she wants to be the Scarlet Witch, and Wanda clearly does not. Wanda just doesn't understand her fucking powers. So, with that being said, so she opens the thing and tells everybody to run. But then she sees, like, Vision and her kids disappearing. And so the witch points it out, like, one cannot exist without the other. Which makes sense. I get that. But why does Wanda care? That's what I couldn't, like, wrap my head around. Wanda, at that point, is in full knowledge that they're fake. She knows they're fake. She knows those kids and Vision are fake. She knows that at that point. But why does she care?
She always knew. She created them.
I know.
She knows that.
But if she did not know that she was actually hurting other people, though. That she didn't know.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
she knew that she thought she was giving them a better life. But then they're all sitting there crying, like, every night you go to sleep, we see your nightmares, we feel your pain day in, day out. Our families miss us. We haven't been able to talk to da-da-da-da. Like, at that point, it seems very weird to me that she would care about the fake kids and the fake Vision to where she closes it again. There's no way those people got out of there. There's zero way those people got out.
I mean, because they're real to her, right? Like, I mean, she gets.
I don't know if I buy that,
in
man.
That fantasy world, like, she has nothing on the outside. Like, she's a person who's distraught, like, with grief, and obviously.
I get that, but it would be different if, like. It would be different if it's like her kids and Vision showed up and then the witch was like, if you let them go, they die. Versus her actually doing the process and holding it open as long as she did to where, like, the kids are, like, halfway fucking gone at that point. And then being like, nah, I can't see this happen. My fucking imaginary family means more to me than all you real people. And then closes the gates.
It's because the imaginary family are hers and the people are randos, I guess.
Know,
but also,
man.
There's an element to it, like, why does it have to be this? Why can't she maybe just make a much smaller hex around them or something? Like...
Well, I actually thought that would have been a more interesting way for them to finish that show than the way they did. Was if she just left the hex exactly around the plot, because the house wasn't there. No one was fucking there. So she just leaves the hex around the fucking house and then she gets her family. It would have been weird for her. Once again, that's with me fully knowing that there's not a season 2. So then you're really going to be like, well, what the fuck did Wanda do for the rest of her life? Like, she just lived in that house with fake Vision and fake kids. What happened when they got old and were like, oh, I want to grow up? What was the fucking, you can't go outside. You can't go do this. Like, that, there would have been so many more questions leaving the show that way than I understand on the Scarlet Witch now. I mean, I'm going to go figure out my powers.
Like the post-credits sort of scene where in some way those kids are real because they were screaming out of a book.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Which that part was weird to me, though. That part was weird where it's like, I mean, was that like their way of showing that she was able to kind of like separate herself? Like Wanda can still be Wanda and the Scarlet Witch still needs to be the Scarlet Witch? Was that what that was supposed to drive home?
She was doing the thing Doctor Strange did in his movie, I guess. Like where she's on the astral plane or something.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
She's going to be a main character in that Doctor Strange movie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes,
okay.
So that is like, this is leading into that movie.
Okay, I didn't know that. So they're doing another Doctor Strange movie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was supposed to come out this year, except, COVID and
COVID.
stuff. Yeah. Sam Raimi is directing it, the guy who directed all the Spider-Man movies, the good Spider-Man movies.
Okay. Well, what do you consider? What do you consider the good Spider-Man movies?
Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2.
I mean, like, or what Spider-Man are we talking about? Who's the actor? Oh, well, then me and you are completely on different sides on that one.
I also think the MCU Spider-Man movies are good.
No, I think the Tobey Maguire movies were fucking shit. Like, I think that's the worst worst thing that ever happened to Spider-Man. Ever. Worst thing that ever happened to Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire's somewhere down there.
That's wild. I can't even. That's crazy.
Not to mention, they got one of the ugliest actresses to play Mary Jane, who is the hottest woman in comics, voted multiple times. Kirsten Dunst? No. No.
Wow, that's blowing my mind, man.
If I actually were to go through our fucking Dead Funny Discord and scroll up through the chat, you would see where we were having a conversation in text while we were doing a podcast, and I kept posting pictures of Kristen Dunst, but it was trash cans. And I was like, oh, look, she looks beautiful here, and it was just a trash can. I think that was actually a lot of people's favorite part of one podcast where I literally said, yeah, that's what it was. I said, you can put her ugly ass and Tobey Maguire into a fucking box titled I can't act my way out of a fucking box, and they can live in that duplex cardboard piece of shit together. I do not like Tobey Maguire in that movie. Spider-Man 3 is probably the shit stain on Marvel at this point. Easily. Venom? Bro, come on. That was the worst thing to ever happen.
No, we're not in disagreement about that. I mean, he was not good. That was kind of a mess.
Skinny ass Eric Foreman from the 70s show.
Or something. Yeah.
To play Eddie Brock. The fuck out of here.
I believe that was kind of forced on Sam Raimi by the studio or something. Like, he didn't want to put Venom in that movie, but then they made him or something.
I don't know, man.
He had plans to do a fourth one with Vulture, and it's going to be John Malkovich, and it would have been the best.
I'm so glad that he didn't get a chance to do the fourth one. So,
man,
someone had to stop him. He belongs in prison. He belongs in prison.
Wow.
He's a fucking monster. Who let that monster on the loose, dude? And now he's going to do Doctor Strange and come fuck up Doctor Strange. I mean, to be fair, Doctor Strange was a good movie until they got to Dormammu. They totally fucked over Dormammu. Dormammu was so terrible in that movie. I love Dormammu, dude. Dormammu's such a beast. I was not happy with Dormammu in that movie at all.
Maybe they'll do more Dormammu. The main villain of that movie is Kel Fat. Fuck, I don't even remember what that guy's name is. Mads Mikkelsen. Whatever his character's name was. And then Dormammu was just like the cool guy at the end to talk to.
I don't know.
Maybe further plans for Dormammu is the point. He'll come back.
Okay, but Scarlet Witch is going to be in. Okay, all right. Well, that makes sense. But yeah, so yeah, those were kind of like my overall thoughts. Like I said, as it went on, I gained a little bit more appreciation for the show. It's not a show I'd watch more than once. I definitely think that it doesn't have really a lot of replayability, in my opinion, because the mystery aspect that me and you were talking about is gone at that point. That was literally probably the crux of the show, in my opinion. So, I mean, even for instance, whenever the fucking dude crawled out of the sewer for the first time and he was in the beekeeper and she was just like, no. Like, she was just like, no. And then, bam, it's just, not there. I was like, holy shit. Like, fucking, that was nuts.
Also, that point, not realizing exactly what was happening and people going into the hacks. I was like, oh, shit, is that dude made of bees?
Yeah.
Like, that Spider-Man villain or whatever. It was just, a guy made of bees. It wasn't him, obviously.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird stuff. And I actually like how they pulled that winch. And on the end of it, it was kind of like fucking that jump rope-ish type material and stuff like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's also, it's crazy because, also, people, going along week to week, people were sure, there was something else going on, like a Mephisto or Nightmare, was, behind the scenes making...
Well, when I first saw that witch, I thought she was Enchantress.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's who I thought that was. But it wasn't.
It was Agatha.
Yeah.
Harkness. Who I guess is a character that I'm not really familiar with, but
me neither. Didn't know she existed until the show.
She's a real person. Apparently.
I looked it up. Yep.
Yeah, but it's like, when did Wanda become this powerful? It's kind of crazy that she's able to warp reality to this degree now, which is true to her comic self, but just came out of nowhere, sort of.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. It's fucking weird, man. It's definitely one of those situations where I'm like, holy shit. I appreciate what they're kind of doing with these shows. I get the experimental aspect of it, so that's kind of cool. It does give them room to breathe. It's going to be interesting to see like how far they take it, where it goes. So until we see that, we don't really know.
They get to go really wide now and and set up other stuff like, like obviously they're gonna like those kids have to come back somehow because they have to do the Young Avengers. Like they're setting that up for sure. They have Ant-Man's daughter. They have they're doing Girl Hawkeye in the Hawkeye show.
Like Iron Man's daughter, dude.
Yeah, so they're doing Ironheart or something. It's not his daughter, I guess, but it's like a girl Iron Man.
Well, and it's just gonna be Gwen.
Yeah. Huh?
And it's just gonna be Gwyneth Paltrow.
That's his wife.
Yeah, I know, but isn't that who fucking? Yeah, but isn't that who Ironheart is?
Oh no! That's.
Oh, I thought it was gonna.
I think that's her name in the comics or something that she uses. I don't know. Point is, like they're setting up a bunch of stuff. They're laying a lot of groundwork in these TV shows for future things. It's fun. Monica will come back in Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the thing. Oh yeah, we didn't really talk about her, but she's in this. Monica Rambeau, and she helped Wanda, and she has that really great scene in the hospital where she comes back from being dusted.
Yep, and she's gonna be Captain Marvel, huh?
Oh, well, she'll be in Captain Marvel. She'll be
in Captain Marvel.
Or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that makes so much more sense now.
Yeah.
I was like, where the fuck did she get these powers?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
From going through the hexes or whatever, changing her.
That kind of, I don't like that. Now that I think about it, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like,
it was a little contrived because they needed to get her to the point of having superpowers because that's the thing.
Wanda's changing your DNA.
Yeah. But,
I mean, what a way to make fucking Scarlet Witch somebody who really was never really that like huge as far as like an actual character. Like she was known. She's been an Avenger. And fucking make her like fucking stupid broken. Like she can literally rewrite DNA.
I mean,
and give people powers.
Again, like we mentioned, House of M. Like that is a pretty true to comics thing where she can fucking warp reality. Like,
that's fair.
One of the most powerful characters. If you let
her. Fair. Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, I mean, overall, it was a good show. Like I said, it's worth a watch. I don't think it's going to have replay value due to the mystery being gone. That was probably like minimum. I'll give minimum 50% of the show. I personally think it was more like 80% of the show was the mystery that made that really watchable for me. Yeah,
for sure.
So without the mystery being there, then it's like, oh shit, what the fuck? So, but is what it is. It will be nice to see what else they're going to do.
I might go back and watch it at some point because, like,
well, that would be. Well, that's what I was gonna say. That'd be the only replayability I could see is like going back now and looking out for stuff that you might not have noticed the first time.
Of like Agatha willfully messing with stuff, once
which I highly doubt. I highly doubt they actually had her messing with shit throughout the show. Like I know we got that playthrough of like her doing it, like I was behind the scenes the whole time, but I highly doubt like they actually left like little Easter eggs for us to find of that, like where it's like a side shot and like you see like Agatha's shoulder and like you see like one of her fingers and it's got like a little bit of like the purple mist coming off of it, like something like that would be like the bare minimum I would think that they would do.
It was one of those things where like you knew something was up with her because she was a main cast member and like. She was a known. It was like all the characters were people from the comics, and then this woman. So like something must have been going on with her.
Yeah.
She's always suspicious.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting for sure.
I hope they bring her back somehow.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, that's pretty much our take on the season. Overall, it was a pretty decent show. Like I said, it wasn't bad. It definitely was something that was very interesting. And fun to follow along with. And now that it's over. And I don't feel like I had like a huge commitment to it because it was only one season thing. So Yeah, it's kind of nice to knock out these like one seasons versus it's like this is a new show, because sometimes it's like you're like I would like to see these shows continue but then it's like realistically, like let's say fucking you've got WandaVision, you've got fucking Winter Soldier, Falcon, you've got fucking Loki, you've got What If, all those run at the same time. Like there's so many fucking shows to keep up with. Oh my gosh, that would be nuts.
They have stuff planned where there'll be like a show pretty much for the whole year, essentially, aside from a couple of weeks off, like when the movie, like they Black Widow or whatever. And
I don't know how I feel about that movie yet. I don't know how I feel about that movie yet. Like I gotta say, I'll put it this way: I feel Black Widow is a very experimental movie, and especially for someone who doesn't have superpowers. I'm not happy that this is going to be the world's first chance to see Taskmaster, because I love Taskmaster's character. Yeah, super big fan of Taskmaster. Yeah. So that's probably my really big gripe with it. Scarlett Johansson is an amazing actress, and I think she plays Black Widow extremely well. I'm not super happy that this is going to be the first time people see who Taskmaster is. I would much rather it have been on a bigger scale than where it is now.
I'm just dreading the idea that they'll introduce Taskmaster and then simultaneously kill him off in the movie. Like, if this is set up to introduce Taskmaster and then he comes back, great. I hope it's that.
Because I would love to see him in a Deadpool movie. That'd be great, because that's where he fucking belongs. Like, him and Deadpool are fucking arch nemesis, according to Deadpool, not according to Taskmaster.
Or, like, if they set up, like, Thunderbolt stuff or something. Like, he can...
Yeah, Thunderbolt.
Like, he should be around. I hope they don't fuck that up. It would really suck. Oh, man.
We'll have to wait and see. Did you hear that they're making the fourth Deadpool, or that they have plans to make a fourth Deadpool? Or wait, third Deadpool? Third Deadpool? Like third Deadpool.
Theoretically, it's the only character they intend to keep from the Fox movies. Like,
obviously,
going to recast.
There's no one that hits the fucking nail on the head as good as Ryan Reynolds does whenever it comes to Deadpool. Right. So you'd be dumb not to fucking use that.
And those are the only movies they've made recently that are good. Like it's I'm so happy they're gonna have to reboot all the X-Men stuff after they did Phoenix again. And
Phoenix was so bad. Phoenix was so fucking bad. Oh my gosh, I just don't get why they couldn't get those fucking movies right. I don't know.
They did that Phoenix story twice and fucked it up twice.
I don't know.
X3 is still like Marvel movie made me the maddest, I think. Like, that was my least favorite.
Yeah, the X movies were something. There was a lot of love-hate. I think my most hated X-Men movie would have definitely been Origins, because I'm a Deadpool fan.
Oh yeah, the Wolverine.
I was just like,
I think maybe the blow for that was softened because I was already mad at those movies from X3, so I had less expectation. I don't know.
I was just so happy, like, with the whole elevator scene and Ryan Reynolds, like, before he was all fucked up, and he was just, fucking great. He was perfect. Right. And then after that, they fucking did that, and I was like, I mean, you based it off a What If comic. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, this was never, like, canon. Like, this wasn't a Deadpool thing. Like, fucking, we're gonna give him katanas that come out of his fucking arms and all this other... It's terrible. And fucking Cyclops laser beam eyes. And I was like, what the fuck is this nonsense, dude? Oh my god, I hated that movie. It's fucking terrible. I was happy to see Wraith. That was a good addition to that movie. That's a pretty cool character that doesn't get...
the character Will.I.Am played?
Yeah. That's like I said, that's a character that doesn't get a lot of screen time. I like it. I like when these lower characters get screen time, man. Like, I'd like to see Moon Knight, which I know that we're going to be getting. Yeah.
I like that Blob was in that movie. I like
Blob. Yeah, Gambit. That's another one. I mean, we were supposed to be getting a Gambit movie forever.
Never happening.
Yeah. Who was it that was going to fucking play it? Tatum. What's his face? Yeah, Channing Tatum, which I think that would have been okay. I would have been all right with that. Let's fucking see him. Let's see him fucking ball out, dude. The Raging Cajun. Let's get it, dude. Sure. Yeah. I'm down with that. It'd be great. Gambit's fucking awesome. But... yeah, like I said, Taskmaster, I'm happy he's getting screen time. I wish it was a different fucking movie, but I'm happy he's getting screen time. Yeah. Fucking Deadpool is another one of those. I mean, well, and that was the thing for me, like, being a kid and reading these comics, like, whenever I jumped on the Deadpool train, he was like a D-list villain at best. Like, when I started reading Deadpool. So to watch him grow and then be in like Marvel Ultimate Alliance and shit like that, like to watch him become what he is now, I see all these other smaller characters who I knew along the way because those are the only characters that the people could afford to put in comics with Deadpool. So your Taskmasters and shit like that, your Moon Knights. That's why I want to see these characters get up because they're fucking great characters, man. They're fucking good. There's too many characters in Marvel to only give spotlight to just the Avenger-ish ranked characters. Like there's so many good characters.
They're making a Shang-Chi movie. Like they're going deep at this point. They will. Anybody.
There's some characters that don't need movies. Shang-Chi is probably one of those.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
I want to see that one guy. Is his name Mad Hatter? I think his name might be Mad Hatter. It's the dude in the yellow jumpsuit. What? It's like the dude in the. Batman. Hold on. Yeah, you're right. Let's see. He's like in a yellow jumpsuit with a purple top hat.
Purple top hat, like arcade? Oh, he isn't weird.
No, it's not. It's not arcade. I think it's something to do with like sleep.
Who's he a bad guy for? What's he from?
Oh, that's the thing. I can't think of anybody besides Deadpool where he's like actually showed up.
Okay. Huh.
This is the part where Chris and JoJo do a little bit of research.
Stuff and see if I figure it out.
No, see, there is Sleepwalker, but Sleepwalker, that's someone else that I wouldn't mind getting some fucking screen time. I can't think of this. Fucking... Ooh.
There's a character named Madcap that looks like what you're describing.
Madcap. Yes! Madcap. There you go. I'd love to see him get a movie, dude. He looks so cool. Like, he's an interesting fucking character, man. Like, it's characters like this where it's like people don't even know him. And like, I mean, literally, I just type in Madcap and you see so many fucking comic book panels with him and Deadpool. Like I said, that's where I know him from. Fucking, he's been in Deadpool comics. Like, that's how I know him. Like, fucking, dude, he would be such a great fucking character.
I googled to find this Deadpool villains, and the list is Ajax, Apocalypse, Taskmaster, Mr. Sinister, Magneto, Hitmonkey.
Hitmonkey, yeah, dude.
I want to see Hitmonkey.
Yeah, dude, Hitmonkey, dude. It's a fucking monkey that walks around in a tuxedo, and he fucking uses fucking Uzis and shit. Yeah, absolutely. Hitmonkey, dude.
What, dupe? Put dupe in something? I barely even understand what dupe is, but I know he exists.
Dude, Doorman, dude. Let's get a whole fucking not West Coast. What was it? Oh, the Great Lakes Avengers.
Yes, right, sure.
Yeah, let's get Doorman, Big Bertha, like everybody, dude. Fuck it, let's throw them all in there. Let's fucking do it, dude. I'm down. I'm fucking down. Oh man, I love Deadpool's fucking comic where he shows up to the fucking Great Lake Avengers and he literally the title of the comic, it shows like all of them behind him and he's just like, you got to be kidding me. Like, oh man,
it should get weird. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, especially with these TV shows, like who fucking cares, dude? Like, you're not making any extra money off of these because people are watching them on subscription regardless anyway. Like, you might have some people who sign up for subscription because of Marvel shit, but
right. They got me to sign up for a year of a thing because I knew they'd be putting out shows for basically all the time now.
Exactly. I mean, I can honestly say that's fair. That's fair. I can honestly say if it wasn't for my significant other, the only reason I would have got Disney Plus was for the Marvel shit. That's it. Yeah, I wasn't planning on picking it up until Loki and What If came out.
I got it for WandaVision, and now I spend all my time watching old episodes of The Simpsons. So it worked out okay, I guess.
There you go. That's fair.
It's a good deal for that.
That's fair. But yeah, so I guess to kind of wrap this up, since we finished up WandaVision there, a season as a whole, out of what we know that's coming out so far TV show-wise, just for this year, we have WandaVision, we have Falcon Winter Soldier, we have Loki, and then I believe the end of the year is supposed to be What If, right?
Hawkeye is still coming this year.
Oh, Hawkeye's coming this year?
Yeah, and then also maybe Miss Marvel at the end of the year. They're filming that currently. I'm not sure if that's still coming out this year or not, but like tentatively, it was looking like they would have something basically every week for a while.
Bringing up their fucking roadmap here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this tells me nothing because all this was completely done differently. Because Black Widow was supposed to be at the end of 2020, well, the mid of 2020. And then Falcon Winter Soldier is supposed to come out fall 2020. I don't think they have an updated list.
Back in December, Kevin Feige said that Ms. Marvel would be late 2021. So that should be this year.
Here we go. Television series. Okay, so WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, Ms. Marvel, Hawkeye is all 2021.
Yes.
We still have Spider-Man No Way Home, Eternals for movies. Oh, and then Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah.
I can't express my excitement for that.
They have real Mandarin in that instead of
busting out of the seams, dude. Busting out of the seams. Ooh. I didn't know we had Secret Invasion on the list.
Oh yeah, that's like next year or something. Maybe.
So we start out next year with fucking Moon Knight, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, right. They're doing She-Hulk. They're doing Armor Wars. I
think the only reason why they're doing She-Hulk is because they can't do Hulk. So
I mean that's part of it, but also She-Hulk's a big enough character that like they've worked far enough down the list that makes sense they've got into She-Hulk, I think. Yeah. So okay,
so that's what you're talking about. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
Thor Love and Thunder, which I don't know if I'm gonna watch. I really don't. Fucking
gonna Beta Ray Bill, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up, but I hope so.
I would like to. I mean, we got to see his fucking face on the Tower of Champions whenever he fucking went to fucking the planet.
Yeah, like the villain of that movie is a guy that's too recent in the comics for me to know. It's Gore the God Butcher. Christian Bale is in that. Is that
my issue with Love and Thunder is Natalie Portman. That's my issue with Love and Thunder. Yeah,
I was really surprised she came back.
Especially after she talked so much shit about the Marvel community. It's like, and then we just reward that. Like, what? But anyways, so yeah, I'm not excited for Love and Thunder. Black Panther 2 will be interesting because I believe
yeah, who knows what that's going to be at this point.
Well, from what I believe, the sister's going to take over the mantle.
They haven't like definitively kind of said.
She's done it in the comics.
Yeah, it's hard to know because like they still have to figure out how to write him out.
Well, not only write him out, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there's an aspect of like you want to be respectful about it too, you know.
Oh yeah.
So, because I mean, there's no ifs ands or buts about it. Like, I think I speak for.
Shuri, you're the Black.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. You're Black Panther now because T'Challa died on the toilet. Like, no, they're gonna do something.
Yeah.
They're gonna write him out in a nice way somehow.
Yeah, I mean, he was an amazing Black Panther. He was amazing T'Challa. Yeah. No ifs ands buts about it. Like, he was so fucking awesome. Like, his Black Panther is literally probably my third favorite Avenger. So I was super fucking happy whenever we got his first movie. I love the Black Panther. He's so fucking cool.
Probably the best one of those, like, at least first movies, I think, for any of these characters. It's a good one.
I mean, I guess that's fair. It's hard because I feel like when it came out compared to, like, Iron Man 1, I feel like if Iron Man 1 would have had, like, the budget Black Panther did, you know? I mean, because to me, Iron Man 1 was amazing, but Iron Man 1 was the start of this.
Like, right, yeah, it's you can't.
Without Iron Man 1, Black Panther wouldn't exist, you know, type deal.
Yeah. So in terms of impact, of course, but like also they refined what they were doing, like they
right.
So they got better at it, I think.
But yeah, so we got Black Widow, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternal, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, which why? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which we all knew was coming, which that's not till 2023. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Did we really need another one of those?
Yeah. They're gonna have Kang the Conqueror in that one.
Yeah, that'd be interesting,
So,
actually.
it's gonna be like crazy. There's rumors they're gonna introduce Fantastic Four in that movie also. So we'll see.
Well, because apparently they are actually taking a stab at Fantastic Four. Because the next on the list is Blade, which I had no idea we were doing a fucking remake of Blade.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, yeah. That's gonna be.
That's
cool,
gonna be interesting.
Mahershala Ali is a fucking amazing actor, and
Though they already casted who's going to be the new Blade.
Did you watch the Luke Cage show?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he played the Cottonmouth in that. Like, it was the good part of that show. Now he's gonna play Blade.
I don't know. Luke Cage got too ridiculous for me.
Oh no, it definitely did. But like the beginning of it, when they had him around, it was good. Like then they introduced the other guy, Diamondback or whatever.
Like I don't know this guy enough as far as like other stuff that he's been in, but I will say this: he's got some big shoes to fill. I understand Wesley Snipes was like a horrible person to work with and was just a jackass apparently all the time. But man, was he a badass fucking Blade, dude. Like,
okay, so like to be fair, like yes, but also I think objectively this guy, the new one is like a way better actor. In terms of he's a multiple Oscar nominee. I think he won. I don't know. Well, the Oscars. Who cares? Also, but like he'll be good. It'll be awesome. I think he also specifically approached Marvel and was like, "Hey, I want to be Blade," and then they were like, "Yes, please."
Man, that's a way to do it, dude. Yeah. That is a way to do it.
And then they're doing Fantastic Four, and they're doing a mutants thing at some point. They're not really clear.
I'm trying to see.
Still way in the future. But,
I'm trying to see what else he's fucking been in.
Yeah. I mean, that Luke Cage, True Detective, the HBO show, Moonlight, the movie.
Yeah, that's where I know him from. Moonlight. Yeah, Moonlight was so good. That was such a good movie.
He won like Best Actor or whatever for being in that. Like he's a serious good actor. Like in a sense where like on some level playing a guy who stabs vampires is beneath him. So it'll be kind of interesting.
Right.
That.
Apparently Wesley Snipes is fucking going off on Twitter about the fact that they're casting a new person as Blade. So.
Well, I mean, what does he expect? Like, honestly, it's like 20 years later. He's too old to do it anyway, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Like people are like, hey, bring Nick Cage back to be Ghost Rider. And like, no, what? He's so old now.
I mean, he wasn't good whenever he...
Yeah, like also those are bad movies, but whatever. That'd be weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me just say, like, Paul Bettany, man, he was really good in that WandaVision. Like, he's a good Vision, as it turns out.
Yeah, he's a great Vision, yeah. I had no issues with him.
See a lot of him.
Right.
And I wonder what's going on with that White Vision, if he'll come back. Or if he
just kind of flew off and fucked off. Yeah. It's like, all right, that happened. Cool, I guess.
Felt like the implication was he was going to go kill himself. That feels like what it should have been because of what he determined from that conversation, but like I don't know. That'd be weird too. It's weird that they don't follow up on that at all at the end of the show.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as television goes, it does look like we're going to be getting Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Secret Invasion, super pumped for, Ironheart, Armor Wars, and I Am Groot. So we're getting a Groot TV show.
Oh, that might be like a cartoon or something. I'm not. I don't think
so.
That's like the same. Or like they're doing the MODOK. Well, not that's separate. That's Hulu, I guess. They're doing.
Now we need a full CGI Groot TV show about his journey from Groot in a pot all the way to Big Groot, dude. That's what we need.
Yeah.
That is what we need. 100%. I'm down.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what that will be. It's
Then
weird.
there's going to be TV specials as well. The Guardian of the Galaxy holiday
Yeah, the
special.
Christmas special. That's
The
awesome.
fuck? Okay,
That's great.
I guess.
I mean, well, it's just like a fun, weird thing for them to do, I guess. And I hope it's like a weird parody of that bad Star Wars thing they did.
So fun the fuck out.
Yeah.
Well, all right, that's Phase 4. We kind of went over that a little bit, and so yeah, with the list that we see here, it looks like me and JoJo have a lot of review shows ahead of us as soon as these all start coming out.
Who knows when those movies will actually happen?
Yeah, the movies will actually happen due to COVID and certain things like that. On top of that, when these shows are actually going to get pumped out. Man, dude, I'm super fucking pumped for Moon Knight. That's probably going to, I mean, looking at this list, I think Moon Knight is now the number one that I'm pumped for. I think it'll be Moon Knight, then What If, then Secret Invasion for me.
Yeah, I want to see Hawkeye. I'm excited. I mean, because I love Hawkeye as a character, so I'm excited for that. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. Oscar Isaac is a great actor. They get weirdly very talented people for these things. So it's great. Yeah, I'm excited to see that.
Man, that's going to be... Man, dude, I'm super pumped. Even just the fucking description of Moon Knight that they have up here, it lets me know that they're going to do it really well with the comics. The action adventure features a complex vigilante who suffers from identity disorder. The multiple identities who live inside of him are distinct characters who appear against the backdrop of an Egyptian. Oh my god, dude. I'm super pumped. I love Moon Knight, man. Oh, he's so good. One of my favorite Moon Knight comics is it like Moon Knight Revenge or The Revenge of Moon Knight or something like that? I don't know. But he has like this whole spill where like he ends up like fighting Deadpool and shit's going on and Taskmaster's after him. It's like an actual Moon Knight comic too. And he was sitting there doing like this whole like story about, you know, it was like a quick story about who he is before he got into this one. And fucking, he's all like, and so then I had to go up against Taskmaster. And he's like, and I will say, Taskmaster's a hard one to fight, especially with those photographic reflexes. Until I crashed the moon chopper in on top of his ass. No way he could have predicted that happening. And I was like, holy fuck, dude. Oh my gosh. So I'm pumped, dude. I mean, because basically, for those of you who don't know who Moon Knight is, he's basically Marvel's Batman, except without restrictions. He does not care about killing. He does not care about guns. He will do whatever he needs to do to set the streets right.
Also, he's maybe a crazy person. Right, like he talks to a god, like one of the two, you know.
So, in his origin, he was archaeologist, the people who go out there and look for fossils and shit like that. So yeah, he fell into a tomb and was dying because no one was coming to get him. No one knew that he was out there, and he was dying due to starvation. He was all bloodied up and broken bones and shit and was going to die, but he fell in front of the god, was it Khonshu? I believe so. Yeah, Khonshu. And as he's about to die, Khonshu then blessed him with the powers to be his like avatar on Earth. And so, yeah, he has Khonshu to thank for, you know, pretty much everything. The fact that he's still alive, who he is now, The part that's weird is, like, it has been done as, like, a multiple personality disorder. And it's also been done of just kind of, like, a Batman thing. So, like, basically what they mean by that is, like, he's got the billionaire playboy aspect. And he also, like, Moon Knights as a cab driver. So that way he can, like, you know, hear the streets and hear the scuttlebutt of what's going on. And then he's also Moon Knight. So I've seen it in comics where it's like he does have these multiple personalities here. And then I've also seen it where it's like that's just so that way he can, one, this is his appearance, you know, the whole Bruce Wayne aspect. Two, this is that way I can keep an eye on the streets. And then Moon Knight to fucking actually do the justice. So vigilante justice.
I'm interested to see what direction they take that, I guess.
Well, apparently they're doing it with the multi-personality disorder, is what they said. Well, that's what they said in the thing, at least. So
stock description they found of the character, though.
Yeah,
I don't think they've written anything yet, I guess. We'll see. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, no, they actually use the word identity disorder. So yeah, no, that's definitely who they're going to go with. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens then. But yeah, so that's phase 4. That's what we're looking forward to. Make sure you hit us in the comments section below. Let us know what you're most excited about to see coming out in phase 4 of Marvel. We still got a couple things here in 2021 still hitting. Some of these movies might hit, might not. I don't think Spider-Man's going to be delayed. A lot of people are getting hyped for that. I know the actors have been kind of trying to drum up some buzz around the movie already. And then once again, we also got Eternals and then Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which, as JoJo pointed out, that is going to involve the actual Mandarin, not the...
At some point, they're going to run into issues, though, where if they delay the movies, they also delay the TV shows because they play into each other. Like, there's continuity. Some stuff has to come before other stuff.
That's fair. So hopefully it doesn't fuck up the timeline too much. I mean, we've already gotten... because I think this list is pretty accurate so far of, like, what their current plan is at this point. So, yeah, because it had, like, the WandaVision, then Falcon.
They're releasing Black Widow in May. Like, they seem committed to doing that.
Oh, wow, that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And seems crazy still, like, considering the state of theaters.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
Well, it depends on if they plan on doing what they did for Mulan.
Oh, I mean, they've really strongly committed to not doing that, I think, is the thing.
Did they?
That's why they still have to come out. Yeah. They seem very resistant to doing that for Black Widow.
I think Mulan... So... I think them doing that is a great idea. I just don't think Mulan was the movie to pilot it with to try to get ideas. Because a lot of people weren't really that thrilled about Mulan because, you kind of took out the fucking talking dragon and he was like a huge selling point for a lot of people in that Disney movie when it was a thing. So, no Mushu. That was already like a huge hit against the Mulan movie. Not to mention, Mike kind of talked about this on our Stream Team podcast. I think it was the first episode, where it is very much one of those like kung fu, like real Eastern type movies that don't really hit that hard over here,
Right. There's definitely a play for the Chinese market, who then also don't think took to it that well. So is Shang-Chi. That's kind of why they're making one of those as a real movie. Yeah.
So yeah, I think if they were to try to do these with I feel like Black Widow would be a perfect spot to do it on. I really do. I could see why they probably wouldn't want to do that with like Spider-Man. That would make sense. Like we still want like a theater release, but if they were able to do that, I think, I can tell you right now, personally, myself, I would spend $15. That's what they charge for Mulan. I would spend $15 to rent every single one of these movies besides Thor and Captain Marvel 2.
I think they charged way more than that for...
No, it was, you had to sign up for Disney Plus, which is already like an $11 subscription, and then it was $15 on top of that in order to watch Mulan. If I'm correct.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's some movie they put out that they were charging like fully $40 for, I think, or $30. Or whatever. It's point is, I would totally pay to see the Black Widow movie in my house. Why not?
Oh no, you were right. It was $30. Yes,
I am right.
Yep. Starting September 4th, Mulan will be available to Disney's Plus subscribers who pay the additional $29.99 early access fee on top of their original $6.99 per month subscription. Once again, I would still pay it because that's what I'm going to go pay for the movie tickets for me and my significant other anyway. Exactly. So if you're in a couple relationship, sure, that's what you're going to pay regardless. But if you're a single person,
who are like, that's crazy, you pay $30 to see a movie, but then also it's like, but
you're already doing that to go to the theaters.
Like just random single guy isn't the pricing. That's not who they're pricing it for. They're pricing it because they think a family of 4 is going to watch it.
A family of 4 is going to go watch it, exactly, and they still got to make their money. So whenever you think about it, really realistically, you're probably saving money watching it, even as a single person. Because think about it, you pay $30 for the movie, and then like let's say you fucking pay like $10 to order a pizza or something. You're going to probably get better fucking food than the fucking the fucking convenience store shit at the counter. Yeah. And boom, right there. So $40 to watch a fucking movie and have good food. It's been
so long. I would like to go see a movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't care. Like I'll pay to go see a movie because I want to go places and
No, trust me, I completely understand you on that one. I mean, it wasn't for the fact my daughter's surgeries are coming up. Like, I've been dying to get back out to the gym, so I just want her to be 100% before her surgery. So it's like I'm still like not going anywhere, and it fucking sucks.
I need to make it through this. So the last movie I see in the theater before I die isn't the Cats movie.
That's fair, dude. Yeah. Ugh. I don't envy you on that one. Oh, yeah, if I died it'd be Sonic. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I watched that again the other night, dude. I love that fucking bar scene. That bar scene is so good where they fucking slow it down. Even the song they used too was so good. Watching him eat chili dogs, that just melted my 12-year-old heart.
Hey, yeah, I'm glad they made that not a disaster. That's good.
Oh, man. But anyways, we'll go ahead and wrap this up here. If you guys enjoyed this content, we went off on a long tangent there, but we discussed Phase 4, and I think that's important to kind of line up what we're looking for here as we move forward. So, yeah, that's what we got coming down the turnpike. So if you guys are excited for that, make sure that's a good reason why you should subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that way you can get notified when we go to start releasing those episodes as they come out. Like I said, we plan on definitely continuing doing this for the remainder of Falcon Winter Soldier,
yeah.
And so on and so forth as they all come out, because I know Loki is next on the block after this one is done. So that should be fun. Yeah, because I believe he was like May or something like that. I believe.
Yeah, I think there's like a gap for where Black Widow is supposed to come out, and then probably Loki after that.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, like I said, turn on that notification bell so that way you can get notified next time we upload another video. Obviously, we're done with WandaVision. The season's done and over with, but we still have the Captain Falcon fucking Winter Soldier. I keep fucking that title up every time. I'm just going to call it Captain Falcon. I don't give a shit anymore. Captain Falcon episodes that are going to come out every fucking week. So, yeah, we're going to do that until that season is over. My guess is that they're probably going to be the same, like 9 episodes. I don't know if they've talked about that. This one's going to be 6?
Longer than the WandaVision one, so it's about the same amount of like footage, but it's 6
okay,
episodes.
But it's 6 episodes. Okay, well then there you go. So 6 episodes. So we got 5 more to go. But if you enjoyed this, like I said, like, subscribe, turn on notification bell, hit the comment section below. Let us know your favorite Phase 4 that's coming down, because we're obviously super excited for that. On top of that, make sure that you hit those Twitter and Twitch links for more direct form of communication, and also be able to come by and hang out and watch us video games, because we do stream. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next time.